Hey doing everyone, welcome back. Well, there's been a bit of a I don't know, I don't understand why it's controversial, but a little bit of controversy over a little ad campaign that's been going around here the last couple of days. And the ad shows basically a woman and her husband go in to vote. He votes, he tells her that it's her turn. She goes in and votes, makes eye contact with the woman across from her. I mean, obviously they can't see each other's ballots, but you see her mark Kamala Harris's name on the ballot, and then turns it in. And then her husband asked if she made the right choice, and she said yes, that she did. The implication, and it's not even explicit that he wanted her to vote for Trump. It is implied, but it's not explicit. But why is that causing a stir? Well, because if you listen to, Charlie Kirk, and if you're not familiar with Charlie Kirk, he's the head of Turning Point USA. He's the guy that, I'm not sure if his head is too big for his face or his face is too small for his head. But, yeah, he's got a head the size of a hot air balloon and a face the size of a quarter. So, and, he basically says that it promotes lying within your marriage. And then Jesse Waters from Fox News, he has his own program which replaced Tucker Carlson, and he is also on a show called Five, in which four right-wingers basically try to intimidate and bully a left-winger into agreeing. But Jessica Tarlov is the liberal that is on there most often, and she's really good at shutting them all down. But anyway, this ad campaign is causing a bit of a stir. In fact, Jesse Waters said that if his wife were to vote for Kamala, that would be the same as having an affair. The same as an affair. Huh. This coming from a guy whose first marriage ended because he had an affair with, by the way, his current wife. So he has an affair with his current wife while he's still married. But, if she votes in a way that he doesn't like, that's it. He also, he kind of somewhat walked it back, but not really. He said that would be D-Day if she were to vote the wrong way. And then you've got some of these religious extremists out there who, we're talking about, people who want the 19th Amendment repealed anyway so that women don't have the right to vote. But you've got some of these out there saying that a woman has an obligation to vote in lockstep with her husband. No. A woman has an obligation when she votes to make the best choices. That she has an obligation to go down that ballot and mark what she thinks are the best choices. That is her obligation when she votes. Actually, that's everyone's obligation when they vote. Go down that ballot, mark the best choices, who you believe are the best choices. That is your obligation when you vote. You are not obligated to vote in lockstep with anyone. And if you're married, that includes in lockstep with your spouse. Now, I voted early for Kamala Harris. My wife went with me. We both voted early on the same day. Did she vote for Kamala Harris? She said she did. Do I know for sure? Of course not. Of course not. And I believe that she voted for Harris because she told me so, because we've got that kind of a trust and an openness. And I will tell you this, though. I do know that if she didn't vote for Harris, she sure as hell didn't vote for Trump either. I know that for sure. But if she voted for someone that I didn't vote for, well, her ballot is her business. I don't tell her how to vote. I do tell her how I plan on voting. That doesn't mean that I expect her to fall in line. I mean, there are some men out there, and I'm assuming that this is a small number, but there are some out there who always vote absentee so that they can make sure that their wives fill out their ballots correctly. Well, that's not your job, dude. And if you are so insecure in not only your positions, but in your, quite frankly, in your masculinity, that you can't handle your wife disagreeing with you, maybe that marriage isn't so good. I mean, yeah, you probably think it is, but maybe she doesn't. So your ballot is your business. You vote the way you believe is best. I know how I would like you to vote. Like I said, I voted for Kamala Harris. In fact, I voted for the first time in my life, all Democrats all the way down the line. For the first time in my life. I didn't select a single Republican for any office. So, actually, that's not true. 2 years ago, I did not vote for any Republican for any office, but I didn't vote for all Democrats. But yeah, this is the first presidential election in which I did not select a single Republican anywhere on that ballot. I selected nothing but Democrats all the way down the line. Something I have never done before. My wife said she did the same thing. I believe her. But if she didn't, it's none of my business, is it? And if she were to tell me right now, I mean, she's just right over there, but if she were to tell me right now that she voted for someone other than who I voted for, any office, okay, well, I disagree with you, but we have disagreements. You know why? Because we're different people. Any two people who always agree let me back that up, rewind a little bit. I was once told that if two people always agree, if they never disagree about anything, one of them need not exist. Makes sense to me. And I've paraphrased this Patton quote before. General George Patton once said, and again paraphrasing, if everyone is thinking alike, someone is not thinking. So, does she think the same way I do? Overall, yes. Generally speaking, yes. However, no, she doesn't. She has her own brain and can think for herself, and we have disagreements, and that's okay, because we're two totally different people. Your vote is your voice, and your ballot is your business. I mean, if you feel pressured to vote a certain way, remember one thing. Your ballot is your business. No one needs to know how you voted. I'm not advocating lying to anyone. If you have to lie about it, maybe you're not in a very good relationship. Maybe that relationship just might be toxic. But your ballot is your business. What you do in that voting booth, no one needs to know. See you next time.